Hello everyone, it is the 19th today and I am happy to say I think I have finally gotten over my sickness. I still have a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a headache sometimes, but other than that I am actually feeling really well, so I'm glad to report that. So today the prompt was bleeding everyday objects, which at first I thought might be a little bias of me because, you know, I can just choose things that that would be really easy for. And so I wanted a way to have something else, or have a way to have me not be the one to choose the everyday objects that I do. So I went on Google and I typed in everyday objects and then I drew what I saw. Instead of just coming up with them on my own, I thought that it would be harder for me to just do whatever Google had in mind for me. So I have various things here. I've got a shoe, a comb, a balloon, a light bulb. I've got a can of shaving cream, a chair, tube of toothpaste, a mug, an umbrella, and a thing of tape. Now, as you can see, I'm not yet gonna color in the blood because I'm going to do that with the highlighter marker instead, because I think it'll give it a really cool effect. So, I don't know, I hope that's good. My friends have been getting sick lately as well. When I am sick, I don't want to give it to others, and I really want to get well soon, so I make sure to always wear a mask when I'm sick, just to prevent me from giving it to others or anything like that. I really don't like that. So I know that I'm not the one that got them sick. This is drawn like this? I don't know if that's right though. But nonetheless, many of them have gotten sick, so I guess it's just that time of the year. I don't know how to do this. It's really going to depend on how the red goes over it. Sorry. But yep, I think that will be a really fun time. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer in the background. It's running quite loud for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure what that is about. So, and I'm also sorry if it looks a little dark in here. It's quite late today, because I have, you know, on Fridays I have school and then I have work after school, so it's quite late today that I'm doing this. See, I just don't know. I don't know where to make lines and where not to make lines. Tomorrow I am going to D&D with my friends. I think it will be a really fun time. I'm going to be a sheep person. That's a cleric. That's really bad at being a cleric. Well, that comb did not come out good. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. So, I feel like this is a really boring video of mine that I've made. I've been thinking about my Halloween costume a little bit. Not exactly sure what I want to be yet. I'm kind of thinking that I might just go as something I've already gone as. I still have a doctor/scientist outfit, because I go to science classes, so obviously I have a lab coat and stuff. So I could always just throw that on. But weirdly enough, last year I also went as like I guess we were scientists last year. I don't remember which one we were, a scientist or a doctor. But a lot of people were like, "Oh, are you the good doctor?" And that's a TV show, but I did not know about it at the time, so I was just like, yeah, sure, I don't know what that is, but playing along, because people tend to be quite nice, and you just want to keep that atmosphere, on the Halloween night, but surprisingly, as I was saying, the gloves, like the latex. Actually, I don't think the ones at school are latex, but the the blue gloves that they have to wear made my hands really cold. And they've never had that effect before, but I'm wondering if they're supposed to not allow, I don't know, but yeah, it was really cold. And that was something that really surprised me. So I knew that so I know that if I do that again this year, I might get quite cold. Now it's still, it's been pretty warm these last couple of days. Actually, it's kind of like it starts really cold in the morning, but then it gets kind of warm by the evening, which is kind of the suckiest part of the year for me, because what do you wear when you're going to school and it's freezing outside, and then you come home and you have to drive with the windows down because you're dying of heat stroke, because of all the clothing you wore. But anyway, so I know that might be a little too cold for me. I was thinking about going in all my ski equipment. If you guys don't know, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, I go skiing. I'm a skier. I broke my leg skiing way back in the day. That was a interesting time. But so I could go in all my ski gear with my helmet and my scarves and stuff. But I'm not sure if people would get it, if they'd just be like, "Oh, that girl is really cold." You know what I'm saying? Or if they would know that that's what I was going for. I also have my Konosuba cosplay, which I might wear again. I don't know. I don't... this sounds weird of me, but I don't normally wear a costume more than once, just because, I don't know, I get bored of them, and I want, specific memories to be stuck in clothing. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's just me. I feel like these spots might not be defined enough if I just go in with this, but I'm gonna see. Happy, happy Halloween. Sorry, got a song stuck in my head. But yeah, normally I don't cosplay things I've already cosplayed, which is, I know, really wasteful, because, obviously I spent so much time getting my cosplay ready just to wear, once is kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. Maybe I will end up wearing it again, because, it has actually, quite a few layers to it. Every day at the end of the Comic-Con that we went to, because I actually wore it for 3 days, which is the longest I've ever, actually worn a costume consistently. Like I said, I tend to wear them once. But yeah, I wore it for all 3 days, and I sweated through it every single day. I think it was mostly because of the top armor. It was, I think I got 7mm, which doesn't seem that thick. But, yeah, I don't know, wearing it all day was quite hot, because I had an undershirt, and then I had my dress, and I had a skirt, and long socks. I don't know, it just got surprisingly hot. But it was a very fun time. So yeah, I would sweat through everything, and so I feel like if I wear that for Halloween, people know I'm dressed up, even though they won't know who I am necessarily. They will know that I'm, like, dressed up. And yeah. I'll be warm if it's cold, but I feel like if it's not cold, then I'm gonna die of heat stroke. Normally it's always really cold on Halloween here. Not really cold, but like cold enough that mom and stuff will be like, wear your jacket and don't go without a jacket. And that tends to ruin kids' like aesthetic of their costume. They tend to like really dislike that. But does this look good? Does any of this look good? I can't tell anymore. Am I just blabbering at this point? Probably. I don't know. I feel like when I get bored watching a video, I just skip to the end. So, of course, all of you are able to do that. Because I know that this can be really boring. Sometimes it's interesting to get into people's lives. I feel like mine is not one of those lives that's interesting to get into. Does that look okay? Do the shoe. I could do a thing where I'm like, comment down below which one of these objects is your favorite, like, doodle that I've done. Oh dear. You wanna know mine? Oh no, stop. Mine's, ooh, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how all of them turn out. Because, I mean, easier executed in your head than on paper. So if I end up, like, really messing one up, I might really not like it in the end, so. I'll just have to see how things go. It's just, like, dripping. I feel like these don't look bad, but they don't look good. I'm allowed to say that because I'm the artist that drew them. Oh, I got some puddles here. It's probably from the balloon. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but it happened just a few days ago. I was out with my friend quite late, and a friend that I had not seen in a while was there. And we kind of reconnected. We were like, whoa, what the heck? And it actually turned out that a lot of my friends were there. One of them is AJ Bass, and they have a book that you can buy, and I'm like really proud of them for it. I'm not a sponsor, obviously. It's just one of my friends, so I don't know. But my other friend wanted to buy their book, but at the time they were only accepting cash payments, and my friend didn't have cash on her. And so I paid for her book, and I didn't think that that was so outrageous, but apparently she thought it was the craziest thing. And she was like, no, you don't have to. Seriously, do you have this thing? Which is like apparently some kind of like online paying thing. And I was like, no, what the heck is that? I don't have that. I think it's called, no, I have no idea what it's called, but some online payment thing. And I was like, no, I don't have that. And she's like, you should get it. Like, I can pay you back. Like, don't worry about it. And I was like, the book was like $15, $12, right? And I'm like, I know what you're thinking. I'm a college student and blah, 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 but you're my friend. And that's just something that I would do, you know? Yeah. I feel like this needs to be defined a little more about where the bottom of the cup is and where the pool is. Yeah. And so I thought it was interesting that she thought that that was, like, so strange of me. And then the other day, I was reffing soccer, and one of our refs had forgotten his stopwatch. So I gave him mine. Because I was like, oh, well, I have my phone. His phone was, like, almost dead. And I was like, oh, I have my phone. I'll use my phone. And then our, like, main referee lady was like, that's not one of our stopwatches. Is that, like, a personal stopwatch? Like, yours? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just buy a new one. You know? Like, when I give something to someone, oh, sorry. I don't expect them to pay me back or, like, return it. I get that from my dad, because it's like, you have to be accepting of the fact that you might not ever get anything in return for things that you do or things you give away. And so it makes you think about them a little bit more, you know, before you just loan money to someone. You have to be like, are you okay with never getting this money back? It's kind of like a gift. You're gifting it to them, whether they pay it back or not. And I really, I'm like running out of this red. But I really like his philosophy on that. And so I adapted it when I don't know, it just became part of me, I guess, as I've gotten older. And so, I don't know, I just really like to help people without anything in return, I guess. Oh, you're dying. Please, you're so close. Just finish this last puddle here, babe. I'm so sorry. This Inktober is killing so many of my of my supplies. There we go. But enough of me just rambling on. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. That is Bleeding Everyday Objects. And I hope that you all have a good night.